Today I'm going to replace these grips here. Look at how nasty that is, all busted up and whatever, with these that just came in. I was surprised that they actually have the Shimano name on them because they only cost like $14, but I mean, look at the difference in size between those two. Is that crazy or what? Anyway, I'm going to replace these and then put my brakes back on and then wrap the handlebars. So let me get set up here. So first thing I'm going to do off camera is clean this up a little bit, make sure that it's cleaned up, and before I put it on here. If you recall, I just painted these handlebars. I put a bike computer on here too. It's this one here. It was a lot cheaper than Wahoo or some of the other ones that are out there, Garmin's. I think this one cost me like $35, and it seems to be working okay, so hopefully that'll be good. I also bought the cadence and speed sensors that go with this computer. So the reason I've got that, I bought the speed sensor and the cadence sensor because I'm going to be using Swift to ride indoors. That's what my trainer's for down there, is to ride indoors. I've got a big screen monitor here that I'm going to use to ride with it. So first I'm going to clean these up. Be back in a bit. Look at the dirt coming off of that. I just use a little lacquer thinner to do the cleaning. These hand grips weren't working. They weren't clicking. See how they click? Well, they weren't doing that before. They were just froze up, wouldn't click, wouldn't shift, wouldn't do anything. And so what I did was I watched a YouTube video, a couple of them actually, and both places kind of said the same thing. They said what you do is you just start dousing it with WD-40. You just put it in here and all over the place. And so I did that, and all of a sudden working it, and then finally what happened is one started to click, and I was like, oh my god, it's actually working. And then I kept dousing it with more WD-40 and more WD-40, and finally everything started working perfectly. These are I was gonna buy new ones, but these shifters, even though they're old, they're Ultegras, and I think the ST6600s, these go for about $300 or $400. I couldn't believe it, so I said, man, if I gotta figure out a way to make it. I don't want to spend $300 or $400 on new shifters. So just kept working it. The one on the other side, the front derailleur, that was the worst. I mean, I must have clicked that thing 300 times before it finally, all of a sudden once it just started clicking, and I'm like, oh my god, it worked. I couldn't believe it. It was crazy. So, but then what they tell you to do is not, you got to get use WD-40, but then after that you got to use a good bike cleaner and lubricant. And so I ordered this. It's a Finish Line one-step cleaner and lube from Amazon, and that's what I'm going to do. Once I get everything back together, I'll be using this, because you don't want to leave that WD-40 in there because it gets all gummed up and not a good thing. So, all right, moment of truth. I think these are the same. Let's see. Let me take a look here. Here's the other one. Well, they got a little dimple right here. Don't know if that matters. I don't know if that matters. Well, the Shimano is here. Yeah, okay, that's don't know. You know what? I'm going to put these on so that the Shimano is on the outside, like out here. And we'll see how that works. So I had to take my brake lines off because these are not like the newer style. The newer style, you don't have to do that. So I'm snaking this thing through here, and then I'm putting it on. And this is, I know this is not going to be easy because I know it's not going to be easy to get this through here and worked in there. Oh, I know what they said to do. Little soapy water. You got to put soapy water on it. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I got my soapy water. This is going to be a mess, but oh well. All right, I got a nice soaped up thing. Put this back through. Obviously, I'm going to have to get this all cleaned up. All right, now I guess it's just got to try to force it on here. This is not going to be fun. Come on. Oh yeah, there we go. This is a bitch. Excuse my French. Hey, look at that. Whoa. Okay, and if you look, there's like this little kind of notch right here that goes over here, and I think you just gotta try to slip it there. Look at that. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, amazing. Oh, amazing. Amazing. I'm impressed. That's cool. That was awesome. That was really cool. And then the only problem is that the only problem I see now is that this thing, the bolt that tightens, see that? There's like a, you can't really see it that easily, but I'm going to try to open this up. Okay, you can't really see it too easily, but right in there, there you go. I don't know if you can see that bolt very easily. It's right here. That's what tightens the clamp. So this has to be back like this when I put this thing back together. So this goes back on here like this. I'm gonna, yeah. It's like a Rubik's Cube or something here. It's like, there we go. All right. So now, okay, this is going to go back down in here. I can now put my brake line back down, but you know what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my trusty WD-40, and I'm going to spray some right down that. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use this. This is the new stuff. This is this stuff here. Because WD-40 gums up, they say. So I'll put some of that down in there. Alright, cool. Now, I'm going to just coat some of this on here. Alright, let me just on my fingers. I got a bunch on my fingers. I'm a little worried about right in here because it was a little rusty right there. I had to run like a sandpaper over it, but hopefully it'll be okay. All right, let me try again. There, look at that. And it goes. Come on. Oh, it's too soon. I'm right at the end here. That's some problem. Okay. There it is. All right. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Keep pulling. Awesome. 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 Nice. Okay. Towels to wipe up my hands. Slide this on. Not dinking up my paint. Too bad. Nice. Okay. This can go back over the top of that. Beautiful. All right. Nice. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to leave that for now. Pull this. This goes through this one. Okay. Finish. Throw some of this in here. I'm doing the back brake. Perfect. Slide this cable through. Come on. There we go. Come on. Keep going. Nice. Came through. All right. Superb. All right. Sweet. Okay. That's done. Now, come over to the other side. All right. So this one. This is the front brake line. I'm going to just pull that out. Oh. I don't want to lose this. So I got this. It goes over here. Actually, I think it goes on the other way. It goes like this with that part out. All right. Oh yeah, so yeah, see this has got like little ridges right here. You can't really see it too well, but it's got ridges that ride on the brake thing. So I got to be careful because I don't want to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this all soaped up. So I've got my soapy deal here. I'm going to put that over the top like that. Okay, now that that's over the top, now I can come here. I can put this. Oh, I think I'm going to go over the top like this. Put this back in here, and then okay, that's going to get screwed in there, but okay. Oh, it's screwed up. Okay, I was supposed to clean that first, so let me get my little trusty lacquer thinner out. Get a little bit of lack of thinner on my rag here. Alright, good deal. Pick this up. Alright. Let's get this cleaned up nicely. Okay, not bad. It's already not too bad. Good. This is not, this one I must have cleaned up already, so it's not bad. So stop that. Let's pull this boot back over. Let's get this slid up over the top of everything. Come on, baby. Okay, now I'm going to give it a little bit of love in here. Okay, nope. Try again. All right. Nope. Pull that on there. Pull this right over the top, like there you go. It's amazing. They went on pretty fast, pretty easily. That's pretty cool. I didn't expect that. I was expecting to have a real battle with these things, but there you go. All right, so takes care of that one. All right, so this is going to sit here like this. That doesn't seem right. Okay. All right. Let's get this put on like this. Something's not right here. We can sort that out in a minute, but let me slide this on here. What? Get it. All right, here we go. Nice. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to tighten these up. I don't know exactly where I want them, but I'm going to get back in here. There. Okay. That's pretty good. Stick that Allen wrench in there like that. And just start tightening that. Oop. There we go. All right, that's kind of tight. Okay, we're going to leave it there for now. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh my gosh. So,
Yeah, that was my wife. I had to stop it for a second because she wanted to talk to me about something. Okay, so let's tighten this up. Let's get it a little snug. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. All right. Let's pull that back. Let's see how this looks. Okay, good. Beautiful. Okay. Now, the only thing left that I've got to do is I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with this, because this is really kind of messed up here. I don't want that like stuck in there like that. Let me pull that out. No. I can probably turn it around like this. Perfect. And it kind of goes like that. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Now, there's a problem I've got right now. Is if you look at this, oop, that part needs to be back in there. Put that back there. It's got a, whoa. I dropped a piece. Alright. It's going to take, oh, there it is. Tiny little piece like this. It's got these grooves on it that the brake tightener, cable tightener runs on. And that goes right in here like this. And I don't want to lose that. And now See, this runs on there, but this piece here, I don't understand how that, I've got to screw that in, but it seems to turn with the, Let's see what happens here when I've got to put it straight in, and then I've got to twist it in there. And somehow this cable has got to turn around. Going in, but the cable is turning with it. The cable is supposed to swivel. Yeah. Come on. I keep twisting this cable. All right. There, that seems to be going a little bit better. There we go. What a pain in the ass. Okay, getting there. I want to get it all the way down tight, and then I can, then to tighten it, I think what you do is you got a little leeway where you can loosen it. All right, turn that again. I want it all the way down so I can see it coming out the bottom. It's starting to come out the bottom now. I haven't spent this much time on this bike in years. I used to ride a lot. I mean, a lot. Every day, or and then every Saturday I'd go out with a group. We'd go about 40 miles fast. I mean, I really enjoyed the sprint. We had these undesignated sprint areas about every you know, like 2 or 3 times during the whole ride, and they were in specific areas where you just got ready, and I love to sprint. I mean, I've got pretty strong legs, and I'm a heavier guy, but I'm really strong in my legs and can't deal with hills and that kind of thing. Downhill, yeah, I go fast, but uphill, not so fast. Not so good. But anyway, so I really enjoyed those sprints. They were my favorite part of the ride, and also we had one section where we would get up to like 30-something miles an hour, and when you're in the draft, it's a lot easier, and you can just go, and it's just so much fun. So much fun. I really miss it, but I'm 68 years old, so I think I'm well past that. I don't want to go down. I never really went down. I think I almost went down once. I remember it was pretty bad, but I didn't, and so, oh, wrong one. So it was close. It was close. They say when you're riding, they say it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and I never got to the when part. So hopefully I never will, but you never know. I mean, you just never know. I mean, I've had so many close calls. I mean, you're in a group ride, you're doing about, you're fast, you're 1 foot off the lead, you know, off the next bike's wheel, you know, and so you're just playing with fire a bit, but I loved it. I just love doing that. Okay, there, front wheel, front brake is set. I don't like this. I want this out of my way when I'm riding, so that's got to go there. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, now I can hold off on this for a bit. I'm going to pause this, take a break. All right, I'm around the back now, and I'm going to adjust this brake here. All right, so you can see that I've barely got enough right here, and I had to cut off, and these come in 2 sizes, and this one is for the brake. And what I do is, you got to be really careful, but I just use one of these to crimp it. And because you got to be careful, because you just got to give it enough pressure to crimp it like that without cutting through it. And I've done that before, but I pretty much crimp it in 2 spots. I crimp it up here, and then I go 90 degrees, and I do that again. And now that's on there. So that's just the cable end to keep the ends together so they don't fray all apart. And then, let's see. Got the yellow guy. I think it's 6. It's a 6mm or 8. 6 millimeter. So take this off of here. Do it by hand. Slide that back behind there. Tighten that back up. There's a round part. You see that round part? That goes on the outside. So, and there's a little groove right here that you might be able to see that is for the that's for the cable. So the cable goes like that, and this goes on. Oop. Put that on. Tighten it up. Come on. There we go. Okay, now the way you tighten these, the way that I do it anyway, is I just push these together and just pull them out just a tiny, tiny bit. And then I tighten it up, and that's it. Okay. And usually I leave that out. Okay. So let me do this again. Now I can see I got more now because I did that. Okay, so now let's loosen it just a hair, and off we go. Oops, wrong way. And bam, perfect.